Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you are brand new here today, hello, welcome. My name is Alexandra Divine. So today's video, as I'm sure you'll have seen from the title, is a wedding Q&A all about my wedding in Santorini, which was the 19th of August 2021. This video was, I did want to get this video up mid-September. It's mid-November now, so I'm a little bit behind. Thank you so much to everybody who did send in questions. I am finally here to answer them. If you liked the video today, please give it a big thumbs up and hit subscribe. And if you turn on the bell, you'll also get the notifications for my upcoming videos. So I was actually in Santorini the last time I was speaking to you guys. I did the wedding venues tour and just the general vlog of my wedding out there. I will link the videos up above now and also at the end if you do want to go and check those out. But today I just want to speak basically all about the wedding. You guys sent in so many different questions about the wedding and I really hope that I can help you guys with planning your Santorini or destination wedding. Before I answer any of the questions today, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who showed me so much love and support here on YouTube, over on Instagram and on Facebook as well, particularly in the wedding Facebook groups. If you are a bride-to-be and you are not a member of like the wedding Facebook groups, do join because the community on there is fantastic and it's just so great to see women just supporting other women and just celebrating each other and our special occasions. I was blown away. I put some of my wedding pictures into some of the groups and I was absolutely blown away by the response on there. So thank you so much to everybody. So let's jump straight into it. I will give you guys a little bit of a background on my wedding. So I got married on the 19th of August 2021 over in Santorini, Greece. Our venue was Santos Winery. That's where we had our ceremony and we had our reception at the Fotini hall at Pyrgos restaurant, which is basically kind of right next door to it. It's like 2 minutes away. We had Phosart photography do our photos and our video. My wedding planner was Glycaria at Divine Weddings. No relation to me, that just happens to be the name, Divine with an I, I'm Divine with an E. But yeah, I then had Marianna Nomikou do my hair, so I really hope I pronounced that correctly. And I also had Elena, who, I'm not sure on her surname actually, because on Facebook and Insta, she's like Elena Santorini Bridal Stylist. She did my makeup. So those were my vendors. It was just amazing. Like we just had the absolute, I had the absolute dream day. I've just realized I haven't even said how the wedding was before I like jumped into this. It was honestly just a dream come true. Like looking back on it now, so it was almost 3 months ago now, and it's really strange because the memories of it, it's like living in this most amazing dream. Like honestly, brides, when you hear other brides saying that the day goes by so quickly, like boy does it go by quickly. And we kind of were celebrating for like 10 days out there and the whole thing felt like a celebration, but even still it just flew by. And like looking back on it now, we're like, what? It was just a dream, an absolute dream come true. So the first question I'm going to answer was actually my most asked question, and that was, where did I get my hairpiece from? So basically the short answer to that is I got it from Shein. It was actually the headpiece that I did feature in my Shein haul video, which I will link up above, and it was dirt cheap. Literally, I think it's listed as $3.99, but it's Shein, so there was discount codes, and I think I paid either £2.50 or $2.99 for this headpiece. And honestly, I got so many compliments on it, particularly in the Facebook groups. People wanted to know where it was from, and literally, I'm not gonna lie, like I ordered some much more expensive hairpieces. I won't name the retailer, but I was paying like £60-70 for these hairpieces, and I sent them all back because I didn't like them. The one that I ordered from Shein, I actually got as just a bit of a wild card. I was maybe going to use it to have a hair trial here in the UK, which I never ended up doing. I did also buy a more expensive one from Etsy, and I took them both over to Santorini because I did have my hair trial on the island like 2 days before the wedding. and the hairdresser said she actually preferred the Shein one, and I completely agreed with her. So yeah, I'll link the Shein video, but I will also link the hairpiece down below, because like it was like $2.50 or $2.99, and honestly, like, everybody was just loving it. So thank you so much for the love on the hairpiece. Sorry, I'm just looking down because I have the questions down here. I film on my phone, so I had to write all the questions down. Again, this was another common question asked over on Facebook, and that was what was my gown, like which gown did I wear. I wore a Demetrios gown. It was style number 1031, and it was from my boutique, the Dressworx. I will link some pictures and things for you to see. I think I kind of spoke a little bit about it in some of my other videos about wedding dress shopping, and I went on a little bit of a journey trying to pick my wedding dress, and I don't know if it's because with working in the boutique, if I was a little bit desensitized to wedding dresses, and well, I can talk about the dress now because you can see it. So basically I went for a strapless dress, and when I first kind of started shopping for wedding dresses, like, because I, you know, famously do not have much of a chest, I don't normally wear like strapless things or very like strappy things like in day-to-day like normal clothing, and I was really avoiding that. And when I started my wedding dress journey, I really wanted a racer neckline, because that's a kind of a style that I would wear in like my normal clothing. I do like racer necklines. And I tried a lot of racer neckline wedding dresses on, and I liked them and they look pretty, but you know, when you just, it's just not the one. Like, it just wasn't the one. That one of the reasons that we got Demetrios into our boutique was because I wanted to try them for my wedding dress. And when they came, I was a little bit spoiled for choice. And the dress that I picked, the style 1031, that wasn't one that I was actually considering for myself, if I'm completely honest. And I tried on maybe like 6 dresses when they arrived, and I thought I'd picked one. I thought I was gonna pick the Platinum by Demetrios Mila. Kind of said, oh, I'll try this one on as well, just to see. I remember Mum at the time was like, she was like, oh, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'll just try it on. I may as well try it on. And I put it on, and I was just like, oh, I love this. I loved the thing that I loved most. I just loved everything about it, to be honest with you. I loved the train. The train was so beautiful for the photos. I think that's a great look for a destination wedding. One thing that I particularly liked about it for me was the sheer panel here. So I got the dress in ivory sheer, and I found that to be very complimentary for my figure. I just loved it. And my now husband, that feels so weird to say still, my now husband absolutely loved it as well. So I was so pleased, because I really wanted to pick a dress that he would you know, obviously like me in as well. And he may have been just been buttering me up, but he said it was the perfect pick, and I couldn't have picked a more perfect dress. So, you know. The next question that I'm going to answer, I got on YouTube and also over on the Instagram like poll, and that was basically asked me to do a review of my wedding planner. My wedding planner was Divine Weddings Santorini. My wedding planner was Glyceria. Now, when we actually booked our wedding, which was in May 2019, the wedding planner I was working with at Divine Weddings was Evdokia. She was who I met in Santorini, and oh, I absolutely fell in love with her. She was so amazing. Like, she just made you feel like your wedding was the only wedding that she was dealing with, and we just got, you know, when you just click with somebody, I just really clicked with her. And then with everything going on with the pandemic and obviously delays and everything, Evdokia ended up leaving Divine Weddings. I can't remember exactly when she left, but she ended up leaving, and so Glyceria took over. And initially, to be honest with you, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest with you, because I just loved Evdokia so much that I was a bit like, oh, you know, it's sad that I don't have her anymore, because Glyceria, I had not met her before. I hadn't met her, I'm not sure if she was there or not when I visited in May 2019, but she was absolutely amazing. One thing I would say about Divine Weddings in general, so whether that was Evdokia and Glyceria, the 2 ladies that I was dealing with, like, they are on it. Like, they're so amazing. You never have to wait more than like 48 hours for a reply to your email. If anything, they probably more had to chase me, because I'm not that good at replying. I'm to things because I'm not that good at it. So it would take me like a week or two to reply to an email, and they would reply like straight away. So if you are somebody who really wants really quick replies, really efficient working, then I would definitely recommend Divine Weddings. And they were amazing with all the postponing as well. So we postponed twice. So yeah, so we got married on our third date, and they just made it so easy to postpone. That all the prices that I was quoted in 2019 were held for me, even though, you know, the prices had gone up since then, because, you know, prices go up every year. They held the same prices for me, and they really just, yeah, they made the process a lot, you know, a lot easier than it, you know, might have been had I have been either trying to sort it all out on my own, or if I had like a wedding planner who wasn't as good. And I would say like Carey, like when I met her in August, she was amazing. Like she had my back. Like if I really wanted something, you know, she was going out of her way to make it happen with the vendors. I am a bit of a last minute queen. So things like I only booked the welcome sign, which, you know, it's like like the welcome sign on the easel and things. I only booked that literally 1 week before the wedding in August. And she made it happen. Like she literally made it happen, even though that's, you know, ridiculous. Ridiculously last minute. So yeah, honestly, I could not recommend them more. I literally don't have a bad word to say about them, to be honest with you. Like I said, I was obviously initially disappointed when Evdokia left, but, you know, that can't be helped. And, you know, they gave me another planner to work with, Glycaria, who was just as nice and just as good. So yeah, I would highly recommend them. There's actually, you know what, there isn't, I got really lucky, I guess, with my vendors, because, I guess not lucky because I did research it, but all of my vendors were amazing. There's not one single vendor who I worked with who I wouldn't recommend. I will list all my vendors down below, just for anyone who is interested. And this wedding is, well, obviously wasn't sponsored or gifted, nothing like that. Obviously everything was just paid for by me and my family. So yeah, I will link everything down below because I would highly recommend everybody. Someone asked, I'm struggling to think of walking down the aisle songs. What song did you walk down the aisle to? I walked down the aisle to, God, I'm going to start crying even just saying the name. I walked down the aisle to Ellie Goulding, How Long Will I Love You? Yeah, look. Yeah, so I walked down the aisle to that. For our first dance, we had Bear's Den, Roses on a Breeze. We're really big fans of Bear's Den. So yeah, we've been to see them a few times, and it's just a band that we really love. And for cake cutting, we had London Grammar, Baby It's You. And we also used London Grammar, Baby It's You for our wedding trailer video as well. And oh, and for when they announced us husband and, like, we're now announcing husband and wife, we picked Gabrielle Dreams, and we're actually just about to go and see Gabrielle in concert. I'm about to set off now, so yeah, I'm going to see Gabrielle tonight, so I can't wait for her to play Dreams, because I feel like I'm going to get a little bit emotional at that. The next question / topic I'm going to cover is cost. I had a lot of questions about the cost of the wedding, and whether abroad weddings are cheaper than home weddings. People asking me if they were able to do the wedding with a certain budget. My answer is yes, you can have a Santorini wedding if you are on a budget, but it's not necessarily cheaper than a UK wedding, depending on what you book. Like the range of what you can book is huge. It definitely depends how many guests you have, with regards to cost, that kind of thing. I am happy to talk about how much I pay for things. I know some people don't like to talk about money, but I'm happy to tell you guys how much I did pay for things, and then I'll let you guys you know, decide if you think that it was good value or not, and let you decide kind of if you want to do it a little bit cheaper than what I did it, which things that you could maybe get rid of. One thing to mention with when I talk about costs as well, these costs were 2019 costs when I booked it, and you know, most things do go up year to year, so it probably won't be exactly the same price now, but this is just what I personally paid. So the main thing, we basically had a package with Divine Weddings. So the package was the wedding planning service from them, It included our ceremony at Santos Winery for 35 guests. And that included having the ceremony, the celebrant, all the chairs set up. It included a toast of some sparkling wine from the winery for all of the guests after the ceremony. This package also included a 4-course dinner at Fotini Hall and Pyrgos restaurant. It included the transport for all the guests to go from their hotels to Santos Winery, and then the bus stayed to transport them to the restaurant. That is literally a 2-minute drive, but you know, it's good to have the bus. It included the bridal car for me, which was like a very fancy black Mercedes, really nice car. So we had that to transport me and my dad to the ceremony, and also Thomas and I went in it to our couples photo shoot, and then also it brought us back to the ceremony, so we had that as well. It included a bridal bouquet, which I didn't use to be fair, but it did include that, a groom's boutonniere, and some like favours, like they call it, I don't know what they call it in Greece, but it's kind of like the sugared almonds that we have here, but like the Greek version. It included those favours. Did it include anything else? Oh, it included like help with all the documentation. So someone from Divine Weddings came with us the day after the wedding to the town hall to submit all of the legal forms, because everything's in Greek, so they kind of take care of, you know, helping you out with that as well. And just generally the wedding planning service, you know, Glyceria helping me with my vendors and booking things and all those things. So that package of all those things that I've just listed, it was for a minimum of 35 people. Now we did end up with less people because of all the postponing, but we had to pay for 35 people because that was the package that we were on. So all of that I've just listed was 6,600 euros. Hey guys, I'm just editing the video and I forgot to mention that the package that I've just listed does also include the wedding cake. So we had a 2-tier wedding cake. The next main cost with regards to the actual wedding day itself was the photography and videography with Phosart. So we paid for 7 hours of photography, 7 hours of videography on our actual wedding day, and we actually did also do a next day photo shoot for 2 hours, which was also photo and video. That's a personal choice. We wanted to do that because I didn't want to spend, to be honest with you, a lot of time on the wedding day itself doing photos, because I wanted to just enjoy the day with everybody there, but I wanted some really good photos as well. So we had that. The next day photo shooting is definitely completely optional. If you do want to make it a little bit cheaper, then you know, you can get rid of that, you know. But if you are not on a budget per se and you want to get some really gorgeous shots and make the most of being there, then I would personally highly recommend getting the next day photo shoot. It was actually amazing. Like, it kind of felt like an extension of the day because I got the hair and the makeup artist back the next day, and getting dressed up again just felt really special. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. So the cost of that with Phosart, for all of that, was 4,400 euros. So far, 6,600 euros for kind of the bulk main wedding package for the ceremony, the reception and food, and the wedding planning. 4,400 euros for the photography and videography. The next thing that we had was we had fireworks. We had 4 fountain fireworks for our first dance, which was amazing. I would highly recommend that. And then we had some aerial fireworks as well. And the cost for all of the fireworks together, I don't know which supplier we used, to be honest with you, because I booked it through Glyceria at Divine Weddings, so I don't know who the vendor was, but the cost for all of the fireworks was 950 euros. They had like 5 packages, and I think I picked like the second cheapest one. So I wasn't expecting like amazing things, but they were actually amazing. And I remember we were standing there watching them, and I was like, oh, this is way better than I was expecting. Like, they were brilliant. They were like, for me, like one of the highlights. So I'd absolutely recommend getting the fireworks. You can't have fireworks at all of the venues on Santorini because you're not allowed to have them caldera side, especially with, you know, venues that are next to hotels and stuff. You're not allowed to have them. But if you are coming away from the caldera for your reception, 100% I would highly recommend the fireworks. The next cost was the hair and makeup. So I had 4 bridesmaids and myself, and my mum got her makeup done as well. The cost, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to try and remember it now. I haven't actually written it down. For four bridesmaids' hair, my hair, including the hair trial, hair on the day, and next day hair. Then 4 bridesmaids' makeup, my mum's makeup, my makeup trial, makeup on the wedding day, and makeup the next day. All of that came to around, it was between 1,000 to 1,500 euros. The next thing was the drinks packages. So again, these are optional. We didn't have to add any of this with our venue. Some venues in Santorini, they make you pick a drinks package. Our venue didn't, but we still chose one anyway. So we did cocktails and canapes hour, which was basically for that 1 hour on the wedding day where myself and Thomas went to do our photo shoots. The guests got, it was basically open bar for 1 hour, absolutely any drinks that they wanted, spirits, Moet Chandon champagne, beer, just any other wine, just cocktails, anything that they wanted for 1 hour, and like some absolutely lush canapes. That was 27 euros a person, which I thought was really, really good value. And when we got back from the photo shoot, our guests had definitely made some good use of that free bar, because everybody was definitely very merry when we got back. I think my mum was making sure that everyone got their money's worth. So we just then put, I think my mum put around 400-500 euros behind the bar, to kind of make it open bar so guests can just go and get whatever drink they wanted. And we did use it all up. It was just, to be fair, actually, I think they actually give us 5 euros back because we just not reached it, but that kind of was just the right amount. So 27 euros a person for the cocktails and canapes hour, and then after that we put, I think it was 400 or 500 euros extra behind the bar. The next big cost was flowers. Now, we actually did most of the flowers ourselves. They were all artificial flowers. We took them over there. I think I mentioned it in my very first video on planning a Santorini wedding. Most weddings out there do use artificial flowers because it is too hot for real flowers. They just wilt. So we had artificial flowers. Basically bought them from, to be fair, I got my bridal bouquet from Etsy and the groom boutonnieres from Etsy, so that was already made up. We didn't make up the bouquet, but my mum did a fantastic job of making all the flowers for the gazebo, and the table centerpieces, and the bridesmaids bouquets. In total, because I will include as well, because we did have to obviously check in an extra case to get the flowers over there. And I think in total, the flowers cost around, for absolutely everything. We did also have to pay, it was 100 euros to get a florist on the island to actually put them up properly. So we paid 100 euros for that. And then the cost of the flowers themselves, plus getting them over to Santorini, was around £500 or £600. So flowers in total, £600 to £700. I'm actually really, really pleased that we did go for the artificial flower route as well, because I've actually got my bridal bouquet downstairs. It's in my lounge and I can look at it every day. Like it's there forever. So yeah, so I was really, really pleased with those. I actually think that's a good cost as well for flowers, because cost of flowers can get insane. Other costs were things like the dress, the suits, you know, all those different things. I won't list all the cost of those because I don't think that that's necessarily, you know, that's just the case for any wedding, no matter where you're getting married. So I won't list those things, but the cost of the suits and the dresses, you know, you can add, you know, a few thousand more on for those. One of the big costs for a Santorini wedding that I would say is the accommodation, like the hotels out there. If you want something that, you know, you see on Instagram, you see on Facebook, and it's, you know, the pools where you swim out from your hotel room to the caldera, you know, they are crazy prices. It is worth it. For 10 days in total. So I mentioned all the hotels and did room tours in my vlog video, link it up above. So we did 2 nights at the Cosmopolitan Suites in Fira. I had 3 nights at the Olia Dome villa at Olia Villas and Suites. I had 1 night at the Honeymoon Suite at Dana Villas, and then I had 4 nights at the Passion Suite at Alta Vista Suites in Fiora Stefani. So it was 10 days in total. There was a couple of crossover days because Thomas and I basically had a different hotel room the night before the wedding, but in total, the accommodation cost just over £5,000. So I would say that those are the main costs. To be completely honest, I didn't keep a tally of, you know, how much exactly we spent, but in all, for the 10 days in Santorini, you know, for the wedding day, including the dresses, and just including absolutely everything, the accommodation, the flights, the wedding day, everything, all in all, it probably cost somewhere around between 20 and 25,000, which I would say is maybe average. I actually don't know, but 20 to 25,000, you definitely could have done it cheaper. You definitely could have done it more expensive. I think whatever your budget is, you can make it work. You could definitely, like I said, we stayed at the Caldera side all 10 nights, and we didn't, you know, you can get accommodation significantly cheaper than that if you stay at Kamari Beach or Parissa Beach and maybe just come to the Caldera for like a couple of nights or whatever it is that you want to do. But if you stay on the east side of the island away from the Caldera, the accommodation is a lot cheaper. So I'm just looking here. Another question was, where did we stay? I think because I've just listed that, I won't list that again, but I will, like I said, I will link the video up above and link it down, because then you can actually have a look at the room tours of the hotels that we stayed in. Somebody asked, did I go to the beach? And I can't read my own writing here. Someone's saying, did I honeymoon? So yes, we did. So we arrived on the 17th of August. The wedding was the 19th of August. To be honest with you, we would have preferred to have arrived a few days earlier before the wedding, but to get into Greece without any tests or anything like that, you had to be 14 days double vaccinated, and the 17th of August was the very first day that we could enter Greece, because Thomas had his second vaccination on like the 2nd of August, so that was like the absolute earliest that we could go. So yeah, we did the 17th of August, wedding on the 19th of August, and then we did like a mini moon, basically from like the 20th all the way till we left, I think, which was the 26th of August. So I would absolutely recommend staying for like a week after. We had an absolutely amazing time. We did a jet ski safari, we hiked the ancient Caldera route to Ia, went to some beach days, lots of eating, lots of relaxing. Once I had checked into that honeymoon pool suite at Dana Villas, I did not leave until I had to check out. So yeah, I would highly recommend having a little mini moon over there. We are having our honeymoon coming up soon as well, so hopefully I'll vlog a little bit of that for you guys. Overall, I honestly couldn't recommend an abroad wedding anymore, because it just, for me, like I said, the whole 10 days just felt like we were celebrating. It was more than just one day celebrating, and it just felt magical. Like, it literally felt like a magical dreamland. Those are all of the questions that I am going to answer today. If you guys do have any more questions, please pop them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer those for you. If you liked the video today, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I really hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.